Hello again, and welcome to the Hutchinson Veterans Outreach Program. I am here with Tim Burley, and he is the post-96 American Legion
Commander.
Commander.
On Tuesdays.
But you have a wide variety of what it is that you do. So would you like to tell us a little bit about that?
Well, we're not going to make it all about me, but we can start with that. I'm the District Vice Commander for 3rd District with the American Legion. I am the post-96 Commander here in Hutchinson. Also with the Board of Directors for Saluting Community Heroes here in Hutchinson. And then we founded a new organization branching off of Saluting Community Heroes called Welcome Home Veteran, or Welcome Home Vet, which is a veteran transition program that and I called it a program. We're calling it an initiative, but a program anyway that we help veterans reintegrate back into civilian society, mainly because they leave at 18, 19 years old, and their life skills are of a 19-year-old, and they come out of the military, which is a structured facility.
Exactly.
And they come out and go, okay, what is insurance? What is this? Where do I find this? Who do I trust?
Exactly.
And it's also all the other resources, the mental health, the hospital, the VA, working with even at the simple thing of going to Jim Lauer, our veteran service officer, and filing a DD-214, their form when they got out, which allows them a lot of those benefits. I think 50% of the guys I run into and females I run into now don't even know they need to file them.
Yep.
So that would be the list of what I do right now.
Okay. Well, let's break that down just a little bit. First of all, we got some exciting news about Pain-Free Patriots. So would you like to fill us in on that one?
And I forgot all about that, and I should have said that. I'm also the Veterans Advocate for Pain-Free Patriots, which is more regional based. It's a program that's free for veterans. We use grants, and we have donations pay for those grants, and veterans go through a specialized medical pain relief program, which is especially back, shoulders, legs, any kind of pain. I think we last checked, they had some statistics where you can go as high as you want, but 70% of veterans experience some kind of pain. I was on tanks. You get pretty beat up. Like somebody said, you're like a 70-year-old in a 50-year-old body. Now, I went through Pain-Free Patriots, and I actually moved on to a wellness program they have, and I feel 30 years younger because of it. My golf game is back, which is crazy.
All right.
But we talk about that and laugh and say, well, oh, great, we funded this, and now you get to go golfing. I don't think people realize how important that is for us as veterans, for mental health, all those things. Golf is, for me, a family event. My whole family golfs, and when you go out and you're hitting a golf ball, and every time you hit it, you have tears coming out of your eyes. It's attributed to that pain you got while serving your country. You play through it, and you try to do okay, let's man up and do this, but in the back of your mind, you're going, I'm not going to be able to do this much longer, and I want to do this because it's part of what we did for our country.
Exactly. And that starts affecting that quality of life.
Yes, and it definitely does. And many veterans experience pain. I moved over to a wellness program, which I'm not going to go into explaining in whole detail, but it's a wellness program where they determine what your body needs in chemicals. Okay. Where are you on magnesium? Where are you on this? And just getting your body in balance and getting your diet correct and doing things like that have made such a huge impact on my life. And so when veterans, we have a few veterans from Hutchinson going to Pain-Free Patriots now. They have an office in Minnetonka, Brooklyn Park, and they just opened one in Rogers, Minnesota. Okay. So yes, it's a little bit of a commute to get there, but well worth the effort. For any veteran. Every guy I've met, right now we have, as of today, we have 100 veterans going through that program. That program costs about $3,000 a veteran. Considering $15,000 is what they normally charge somebody going through that program. Okay. it's underwritten by the grant, the $3,000 grant, which is through donations from people in the community or businesses, and the rest is underwritten by Doug Hughesby, who used to own and operate Becker Furniture World out of the Twin Cities. So he's been very generous and has dumped millions of dollars into this program, and he's near retirement. He's 76. He's like a 21-year-old. The guy goes 18 hours a day, but he needs the help because he can't fund this forever.
Exactly.
And actually, we were in California with Welcome Home Vet, and we talked about Pain Free Patriot out there, and they're looking at opening Pain Free Patriots in California now.
Oh, very nice.
To expand this program because of the success rate. They run about a 90% pain relief on the veterans they've had through. They're very, and they have some bigger news coming out this fall, but I can't release that yet. I'm all full of secrets.
Oh, I
but
noticed.
This one is through the government, so I can't say anything more about it. So they've held us to that.
Okay, so we do have a fundraiser that's coming up.
Which one?
Through Pain Free Patriots.
Well, Pain Free Patriots, August 15th is their gala in the Twin Cities. A lot of big names there. You can get tickets for it. It's $150 a ticket, but it's entertainment. It's a night with veterans. It's also a night with a lot of, I know some of the leaders or some of the Timberwolves people are coming, the New Loon soccer people. They're there every year supporting veterans. So it's a good night to get out and see some names and meet some high-level people who are very interested in supporting veterans, and that's what's great about it.
Very nice. Now you also have one coming here to Hutch.
Yes, that would be the Saluting Community Heroes. Saluting Community Heroes started 2 years ago. This will be the third year. Last year we had Medal of Honor recipient Alan Lynch, who came and spoke. This year it's Wednesday night, November 13th. We had to move it. We sold out last year and actually had to move the Boy Scouts who were doing the flags into another room and order them pizza, which they preferred. To free up some seats for guests. And this year we've moved it to the Hutchinson Event Center, and we knew we were going to have to do something with that. Our friends RPG Coffee, who were there last year, a major supporter, and working through the summer here, we've managed to have our speaker this year be Taya Kyle. So Chris Kyle's wife from American Sniper is coming up. She's got a new book she released. Through that, she's normally quite pricey to get in, and she usually doesn't go to small communities like a Hutchinson, Minnesota. But she is gracefully coming up and has broken even some of her speaker rules just to be with us for the evening, and it's going to be a fun night. We moved it to the event center because we can hold, I think, 500 and some people there.
There we go.
The cool thing is in October, and I've got to get the date, we're actually doing a screening of American Sniper. We've basically rented the Century Theaters here in town, and on a Saturday morning we're going to open it up to veterans in the community for free and let them come down and watch the movie a month before we get to experience Taya. And Taya started her own foundation, the Chris Kyle Frog Foundation, which is doing very much like Saluting Community Heroes, so we're hoping to team up with that to help fundraise for those veterans in need. So
Exactly. Well, that's going to be really a great place to go.
that is going to be a fun evening. It's such an, last year was an emotional roller coaster, and you were there.
Oh, yes,
It
definitely.
was everything from Gold Star mothers and to inspirational speakers to just people wanting to have fun.
It's really good food.
It was too.
It was.
I actually didn't have time to eat last year,
Oh,
so I'm going with what
You
you're
should have
telling me.
tried it.
Yeah, somebody offered me a piece of cake after we were done, but you know, you get so wrapped up with making sure everybody there is comfortable and having a great time, and that's our responsibility. And I really enjoyed the evening, and it probably helped this a little bit that I didn't.
Oh, no, I am really looking forward to it, and I hope everybody, gets their checkbook out and makes a nice donation.
We've through the first 2 years and now going to the third year, we made some changes. The 501(c), the not-for-profit, we moved to Minnesota.
Okay.
And we've established a board of directors here in Minnesota that oversees the whole operation of it. And we've left the original operating board in place, mainly because we want to go to more of a grant structure to be able to track what the funding is being used for directly. Last year's funding, you probably saw a new vehicle for the DAV here in Hutchinson, a nice vehicle that they're driving, a new van which takes veterans to St. Cloud and to Minneapolis, our elderly and handicapped veterans. So they were able to purchase a new vehicle with the funds. Jim
nice.
Lauer's, and I shouldn't always say Jim, but everybody knows Jim, and I want his name out there because that's where veterans need to talk to for a lot of the things we're working on. But the McLeod County Veterans Fund was increased, and that's for veterans who have needs like run out of fuel in the winter, need a car part, need something done where they have a one-time shot to get some assistance. So that fund's very important in our county. Pain-Free Patriots, I think we sponsored 2 Hutchinson residents, veterans who went to Pain-Free. In fact, I know both of them, and the great part is seeing those guys is like old-time days for us because we all feel so much better than we did before.
Nice.
And so there's a lot of benefits from this program. We just wanted to be able to follow it and show the people in Hutchinson that money is going to direct care of veterans.
Exactly.
And that's what's important to us. So there's a lot of groups out there, and we have all seen them with the T-shirts, and buy a T-shirt and we'll give 2 cents to veterans. I'm not criticizing that, but it's hard to track where those funds are going. And I work with them in collaborative efforts, and they're always kind of the last guys to the plate.
Yep.
And we want to be the first ones to the plate. When there's a veteran in need in Hutchinson, in fact, I got a phone call last night about 9 o'clock. This morning by 8 o'clock, he was in touch with the people he needed to be in touch with to get the problem solved.
Good.
And that's what we do, boots on the ground here in Hutch. And that's where we get into the welcomehome.vet program is. It's a collaboration with the American Legion here in Hutchinson. Saluting Community Heroes kind of inspired it, and that's taking veterans who are in transition or even after transition and assisting them with the transition back to the civilian world. Many times they get out, they're 18, 19 years old. We talked about that before. You go in, you're 18, 19 years old, your life skills are basically throwing milk duds at someone's head in high school to, oh my God, I need an insurance policy, and we have health insurance, we have this, and the military provides all that. And then you get out and you walk into a community and say, who do I trust? The great thing is we have so many wonderful people in Hutchinson who support veterans, and we have a large veteran base here. But we have companies in town, insurance companies who will sit down and explain what a comprehensive, what a collision, what a deductible, all those things. Yeah. And that's just a life skill that in the military, it works like this. Hey, where'd you get your car insurance? Well, I called Bill down the road.
Yep.
Everybody calls Bill because Bill's the cheapest.
Exactly.
They don't realize Bill gave them less coverage than they'll need. And if they, hit a deer, they're going to end up spending more than they would have anyway. But that's where everybody goes. So here in Hutchinson, we've set up a veterans network of those individuals. And part of the program is those businesses, banks, whoever it might be, go through a class, and then we get feedback from them from the veteran.
Okay.
But we also expect feedback from the business about how it worked for the veteran, or how they worked with them. So it's kind of a collaborative effort. But the other part of the project is to get the veterans who are volunteering in the community. So there's some grant funds and things like that. And that grant fund, they can either pay it back or they can volunteer in the community.
Oh, that's nice.
When we work with that to pay that back, they're meeting people, they're networking, they're doing exactly what we do. And it's not any different than we should be doing out here. I laugh because somebody said the other day, oh, I hate Hutchinson, it's such a horrible city, there's nothing to do. And I said, well, your couch has stayed in the same place, and you know more actors and actresses' names than you know your neighbors.
Yeah.
And of course it's a horrible place because all you're living through is Game of Thrones. That if that's the life you want, because if you get out into this community and start meeting the people who volunteer and are active in this community, I've lived all over the world. I've been to 35 countries. I've been to every state except Alaska, and here is home.